You're listening to 1069 Click FM, live in color.
There we go. That should be it. I completely had my volume killed. Not even not even plugged in. But we are back. The CFL is back, and as fun as it's going to be to see the Alouettes, who are still undefeated, beat the living daylights out of the Argonauts tonight. I mean, Cameron Dukes is back at quarterback, and they're trying to build him up in the pre-show interviews. Say he's going to show everybody what they can do. I'm getting more concerned for the Argos as a whole, and it's probably not from anything that y'all have read because I just wanted to do a little bit of catch up on both teams, and well, there's one story with the Alouettes that's it's stupid sports nonsense. If we had it over here, we'd swear it could happen in the NFL. It was that level of short-sightedness, but yeah. So I'll start it simply. The guy who is the president of the CFL team, the Toronto Argonauts, a guy named Bill Manning, he and MLSE, which is the group that owns the Argonauts, mutually agreed to part ways. Basically, he got thrown out. Now, where this gets interesting is that he was also, at the time he was fired, the president of Toronto FC from Major League Soccer. So this guy is president for two organizations at once. But here's the thing. Yeah, both teams have kind of slid as far as, competing and being in championships go, but Manning didn't start in the CFL. He actually was one of the people who helped start Major League Soccer, was actually president of one of the expansion teams, and then bounced to a couple of other places for a while before, including Utah, before finally coming back to Toronto for their football club. And TFC gets acquired by MLSE somewhere along the way. And Manning had actually replaced a guy named Kevin Payne, who at the time had been serving as president and GM. So already in this story, I am noticing a pattern by MLSE of making people in high-level positions wear more than one hat at once. Hello, Luke. Sorry, just going over how MLSE might be ruining a couple of Toronto sports clubs at once in the, I think, interest of saving money. I don't know at this point. Because right now, as it stands, the current GMs for both Toronto FC and the Toronto Argonauts are now just going to report directly to the president and CEO of MLSE, a guy named Keith Pelly, who we haven't heard from since one of the end of the year news conferences that the Toronto Maple Leafs did. Yes, they also own the Toronto Maple Leafs, in case you were wondering. And there was something that I remember from that press conference, because I believe I remember Keith Pelly being there and him emphasizing very much how much he was not a very, big hockey guy. He was going to leave that business to, Shanahan and, whoever else was still around at the time, if Treliving made it. I gotcha, True North. We've still got a little bit of time before the game got started anyways, so... Wait, does that mean we get to check off? No, I didn't put that spot down. Oh. No worries, Luke. But don't worry, it will not be, I promise, it will not be me complaining about MLSE and bad organizational decisions and trying to make people wear too many hats in the name of saving money and having no idea how time and efficiency and downtime works. We'll also play bingo. And it looks like we're about to get started, too. They have listed Helen Mallard from Vancouver, BC as tonight's potential $1 million winner if they get a touchdown on the kickoff. Keep our fingers crossed. Now they're finally bringing the camera over the nearby area, McGill University, and all that area. William, Logan, Luke, True North, and anybody else who may be tuning in randomly, welcome. Nice to have you here. Just in case you didn't know, I'm watching this for free on CFL Plus right now. There's a link down in the description. It is a great way for people who aren't in Canada to be able to check this stuff out for free. NFL, take some notes, maybe after your antitrust lawsuit too, as far as Sunday ticket. All right, card number 2 for William. Thank you. True North is card number 13. So I'm expecting another easy win for Montreal here because they are just insanely dominant. And our kickoff is away. Argos will receive at the 15. Find a little bit of a seam up the left side and makes it up to the 50 before finally being wrapped up. Fantastic run by number 3 for the Argos. Let me look up his name so I can give him the proper credit. That is Janarian Grant on the return. Out of Rutgers for the Redgird. Yeah, I actually watched that game, True North, and I didn't know whether to blame it more on Montreal, to blame it on Calgary's defense, or Montreal just suddenly finding the gumption to score points again. I did want to ask you though, am I nuts to be thinking that MLSE might be kind of screwing a few of the organizations over under their umbrella, or are there other people who share this lowered opinion that I have acquired? And they can't even get the first play away, that second play away, forgive me. They'd already gotten first down, but oh no. Procedure. Oh, no, it's just a simple time count violation. Damn. Oh, man. So now we're at 2nd and 11. Ooh. MLSE is a cancer on all of the Toronto sports clubs. All right, I think that answers that question. Duke's using his legs to try to create some space, and he'll get brought down from behind after just 4. Canton Arku from the Alouettes bringing down Dukes and causing the first 2 and out of the evening. All right, we're only little bit behind on the time clock. And by the way, there is a space on our bingo board for someone is fired mid-game. Meanwhile, a punt recovered at the 20, but will make it out. Sorry, made it received inside the 5, was able to duck through a couple of tacklers before being thrown out at the 20. And here he is, Cody Fajardo. 10 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the season so far, with over 1,500 yards in these first 5 games. MLSE has fired their president, who is also the president of. They fired the president of the Argos, who was also at the time president of Toronto FC. So it's just them, treating it like a PetSmart during COVID and trying to get it run with as much of a bare bones operation as possible. That was actually the first thing that I thought as I was reading this article. Is like, holy shit, they're trying to redo Harold Ballard. Larry Tenenbaum is only there to ref between the two companies. He also knows nothing. And finally, as Fajardo goes down, the stream dies. All right. Check off Fix CFL Plus if you have that on your bingo card. There is also a penalty, so even if anything cool happened, it doesn't matter. And we have roughing on the passer. And they do all the calls on the field, the referees, in French and English. Oh, fantastic. Oh, yeah, and he also tagged on his face mask a little bit. Oof. So now they made it up to the 40 because of that, and Fajardo is going to get whacked again. As Robbie Smith, who will get credited with that takedown, and a very aggressive start from the defensive line for the Argos. Your mechanic is tonight's ref? Man, I'm sure a lot of people would love to have a bilingual mechanic. All right, split option. Fajardo waits and manages to catch through the contact. Holy hell. Damn, that is an impressive catch by number 17 for the Alouettes. As Cole Speaker. Yeah, let's check off what a catch if you have it on your bingo card. Oh, by the way, in case you're new here and this bingo stuff isn't making any sense, these are the kind of spaces that we're looking for. Walter Fletcher gets past the first defender, will get about 4 yards before being brought down. All right, now we're a little bit ahead. 10.5 minutes to go. Yeah, Fletcher, who was very pivotal in Montreal getting that comeback against Calgary last week. I thought they might have gotten away with a hold there, but apparently no flag. And that is Speaker with another catch on the near side of the field for a first down. Yeah, I actually don't remember calling Cole Speaker's name all that much the last time we saw the Alouettes. So, a little bit different tonight. I think I ended up putting Philpott down as the wide receiver touchdown. He ends up running through the initial block down and will be sacked. Okay, we have had a sack, so you can check that off. And nothing much else so far. You know, except for a real good catch and CFL Plus eating dirt for a brief moment. All right, from the gun, quick throw on the inside. Tyson Philpott will get about 9. Will be a little short. Do they go for it on 3rd and 2? Everybody deliver a nice hit to Philpott at the end, or do they just kick a field goal? Because they are at the 31. All right, Jose Maltos coming out for the attempt. This should be about 38 yards. Not the greatest chance of a rouge, but it is possible. Oh my goodness, he missed it! And is out through the back of the end zone. We have our rouge. Damn. It's getting started early tonight. A missed field goal. He was lined up from more the left side of the field, left center. And he still ended up curving it back to the left, missing the uprights. Oh. What a shame. What a shame. So in the realm of, once again, the realm of special spots, we have Philpott and Bailey, which is receiver for each side. Philpott for the Alouettes and Bailey for the Argos. We also have someone is fired mid-game in case, you know, MLSE decides they want to do more house cleaning during halftime. Got a little bit of a break, so I can actually start loading stuff into Live List. Live List isn't up yet. I just thought I would leave the full thing up for a little bit so people can know what to expect in this little den of weirdness here on YouTube. Welcome if you're new, by the way. Also cool if you don't want to chat while you're hanging out. I know it can be a little odd, especially when it comes to sports. Oh no, not again. Okay, there's the sound back with a vengeance. Good catch-up, CFL Plus. All right, so from the 40, Cameron Dukes has to get away with it quick, but the ball is in and out of the hands of his receiver. Oh, man. This is What I was afraid of for the Argos tonight is the Montreal Alouettes, who can get to the ball very quickly and make your life a hell when it comes to trying to pass your way down the field. Oh my goodness, bobbled snap. Dukes has to run away and he's sacked back to the 24. Ah, and nothing is going well for the Argos here in the first quarter. I mean, all the Alouettes fans are having a grand old time, but yeah, that was awful. It is the third sack of the game, I think. And we nearly had a blocked punt. Able to get it out to the 30. Can cut through his own blockers up to the 37. And now will come Mr. Cody Fajardo again when they decide to return. I have a feeling. Sorry, forgive me. I have a feeling that it's not going to be this way for long. Not for very long. As quickly as they could fly to the quarterback, I'm not sure how much Fajardo will be actually bothered. He has so many weapons that he can get to. I mean, the least of which is a speaker, but oh, Philpott, his name is now stuck in my head. I'm learning. That's how often I have had to identify him while watching these CFL games. All right, so thank goodness we've got that saved, and yeah, this is all we have so far. So not much to show, unfortunately. And I also don't think I was able to spot any former players, or if they did, it was at a different point in the pre-show and I missed it. So if we get to check off that spot later, I promise I'll let you know. By the way, Luke, what test is it that's going to be going on tomorrow? Oh, England versus the West Indies. Ooh. Good times. Enjoy. All right. First play from the Alouettes. They get maybe two up the middle. All right. Tonight, Fajardo is 4 for 4 for 40 yards. They bring extra pressure, but covered well by the O-line. He gets to escape a little bit, use his knees, and get an extra 4 yards. He is stopped short of the first down. No, they're not going to try. Here comes the punt. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Jimmy Anderson. Oh, and he ran right into one of the sideline chain folks. All right, Alouettes have to punt it away. Plenty of room at the 15. He's only able to get it out to the 30, but hey, Alouettes were closing in pretty quickly on him. Still 1-0 Montreal. That Rouge, our only point. Yes, I know we all root for another game like that first one. Can't hurry genius, I suppose. Let's see. In other baseball nonsense, Tigers were able to take one from the Guardians 10-1. Hey, anything to make life more difficult for the teams at the top. Mets blanked the Nationals 7-0. Reds just ran roughshod over the Rockies 8-1. Pirates beat the Brewers. Okay. All right. Can't rain every day, I suppose. 1-0 the score there. Phillies currently have a 3-run lead on the Dodgers in the bottom of the 6th. Blue Jays able to take care of business against the Giants 5-3. Nice job. Cubs having a rare break and a moment of joy against the Orioles. They're leading 4-0 at the end of the 5th. I'm assuming you're talking about the Alouettes uniforms, True North. Also, he's been at it for a good long time. All right. But that poutine does look good, though. All right, Cameron. Let's try this again. First down for the Argos from the 30. They will try up the middle. They will manage about 5 yards before getting upended by the linebacking core. Oh, yeah. All those interceptions. 4 of them against the Rough Riders. Rough game. Okay, 2nd and 5. England will win and likely within an hour, but you still want to see it. Understandable. Meanwhile, we get a good block and a nice cut inside by number 88 to secure the first down for the Argos. And that is DeMonte Coxey, who is getting in on the action there. Oh, I'm sorry. I read that 6 as an 8. That's actually Rashid Bailey. Someday I'll learn to read. He's able to make it to the 44-yard line. I thought QB still had it. They were able to sneak up the middle for a gain of 6. All right. And as Kadeem Carey, who was getting in on things there. Meanwhile, not much to speak of in the box scores. All right. They need 3 yards to continue this drive. They got to get to their own 54. And they're going to run again. Kadeem Carey gets across the center line to the Alouettes 52, maybe 51. Okay. Wow, that was some great block. Great job taking care of the blocking at the line by the O-line of Toronto. And a 2:45 to go. Dukes will drop back for the pass, and he'll drop it underneath, And a great job using players as blocking shields. Number 17 down to damn near the 20. That's Sindini. Holy hell. Richie Sindani, forgive me. They is able to get his back to the receiver, block the defender out. First guy to him just tried to shove him over. He was able to maintain his balance and then turn around and run like hell down the near sidelines. All right, now they've made it down to the 18-yard line. Daniel Adeboboye on the carry, though. Let's see. Oh, and the Rays are beating the Yankees 5-2 at the end of the fourth. Interesting. All right, down to 1:23 to go in the first quarter. This one going by rather quickly, and the Clowns are out in full force again at Molson. They only rush 3. Toronto dumps it off, however, like that, somebody rushing out of the secondary to interrupt that dump-off play. And before the video cut away, there was a huge roar that was just silenced forever. That was number 31 with a great open field tackle on Adeboboye. And now the rim I'm not going to pretend to pronounce that name correctly. He's got a 29-yard attempt to make, and that one's true and through. Well, they're on the board, so there is that, but we can't get too hopeful early. I mean, the odds of us getting another Rouge Fest are very, very slim, so don't raise your hopes up too high yet. Dump that one too. It was a shame, but sorry, just had some other songs that I use from audio suddenly start getting tagged for copyright, which don't understand, but hey. So now I have to be very choosy on what I decide to put forward. Hooray, the Canadian Football League got shouted out on Jeopardy, and so did Cody Fajardo. Yeah, it would have been nice, but hey. Maybe they can end the quarter with a touchdown bomb. They're now overloading the near side, which feels like then he goes rolling to the other side, and he just had to come all the way across the field. That is Speaker, who somehow found his way 25 yards down, and he was able to throw him a dart. I do not know how he was able to look back and find him like that. damn. Here will come the last play of the first quarter. And Fajardo has to throw it away as he was being pursued again. Oh, uh-oh. And now Fajardo has grabbed his hamstring as he's run off the sideline. Okay. Oh, no, he's going down the tunnel. Oh. Oh, boy, that's a problem. All right, let's hope that Fajardo will come back out. Otherwise, it's going to be a change at center for the Alouettes. Not a great ending for the first quarter. I mean, they're only down 2, so don't worry about it. Stupid Sports Show. We'll be back soon. More CFL. Hopefully fewer injuries. Look, we have come back for the second quarter, and well, they're going to go deep on their first one. Amani Dennis managed to break that one up, but Evans coming in for one play. Amani Dennis getting in the way of that one. Off the dome as number 87 was reaching back for the Alouettes. Thought to punt it away on 3rd and 10. Could reach the end zone here. We could have ourselves another Rouge. And no, they're not going to get the Rouge because there was contact. Oh yeah, we did have that punt return last week by Grant. Unfortunately, got rather pinned right down near the goal line, so well, at least they'll be able to get get a little bit farther out. I think no yards violation is 15 yards, so they should be at what, 15, maybe the 12. I never actually had to directly watch them deal with this situation. Wow. Holy crap. They actually declined the penalty of no yards and gave Montreal the point. So, CFL, folks. CFL. The Clowns are in force, and a good grab at the line reduces this to a gain of 1. Adebaboye had a head of steam built up, but then just number 91 reaching out and grinding him to a halt. Yep, 2 Rouges so far, and they are both for the Alouettes. All right, Dukes will run from the pressure, get some room underneath, pass it away to a receiver who only manages to battle for an extra 4 or 5 yards. But maybe. I don't think they've had anything else to say about it, but I think the Argos are probably a little bit too far back to effectively kick this one into the end zone unless the receiver completely loses track of it. And this one's on the ground. And yeah, they're going to get a no yards violation on that one for sure. Oh wait, is Fajardo back out? I thought I heard them mention his name. I guess we won't find out until we come back, but yeah, that was the thing. How the order of events was Fajardo had to throw the ball away, defender shoves him, he takes a couple of steps, and he didn't end up hitting the ground. I think he just at some point something went and it was just a non-contact whatever it was. Let's see. Oh, we also can check off missed kick attempt, obviously, because that's how we got our first Rouge. So if you have that, please mark it off, because I probably won't remember to tell it to you again. We're still building up the events on the bingo card too. If Montreal only scores Rouges tonight, well, that would definitely be something. We can also check off the defense did something, ? Because technically we've had a few 2-and-outs put down by the teams on both sides of the ball. All right, they're going over the highlights from last week. There's Philpott. Oh, no, this is Evans still. Fajardo is still out. right, so we get a little bit of a run up the middle. I think it couldn't have been more than 3 or 4 yards. Oh, yeah, that. Maybe he'll be back at halftime. The fact that he went off right away to get checked on and tended to. Extra pressure comes, and Evans will flee to the near side. Passes on the run. It is complete, but out of bounds, far short of the first down, unfortunately, is Charleston Rambo. Only a gain of 1 on that. All right. So the tenor of the game has now changed now that Fajardo isn't in at QB. They have to punt from their own approximate 25. This will be a rocket to the other 25. A big hit at the 30 will stop them, however. And they make sure to finish the tackle on Grant as the whistles are blown. Three to 2. The big score here on Thursday night CFL football. But hey, at least we don't have to listen to Al Michaels getting drunk. Okay. And keep your ears open too, folks, because this could be a very easy open evening for anything to overshadow the action. So whatever breaking news comes along, yeah, you know what to do. Let's see. Yeah, we've had a wide open receiver drop. We had one go off of a player's hands, so you can mark that off as well. The announcers haven't had too many detours as far as conversation topics, so nothing yet. Yeah, I'm definitely giving what a throw to Cody Fajardo for that impressive strike that he made to Speaker. So we have been able to check off what a catch and what a throw. Wait, where is that? Oh. It's further down here. And just one more. I can't wait until I have a better setup going for this. But that, unfortunately, is a little further down the road. Oh, wow. Meanwhile, they're advertising House of the Dragon on TSN. All right. From the 32, Dukes and Company. They overload the near side with receivers. End up busting through for the initial tackle. Bailey will get 7 on that run. There it is again, the honking of the clowns coming up from Molson Field. Great job on Bailey on keeping a hold on the ball through the contact as well. It'll be 2nd and 3. And they're going to do another run, and they manage to just make the first. That is Carey who gets in on that play for the first down. Had to dive up the middle. I thought for sure that he was going to be tackled short. A great effort by number 30 to try and come in and save things at the end, but just off. And hey, John Jay, It is, well, this is certainly a game that we have going on here. Argos are able to sneak around the far side for about a gain of 6. That is McMahon on the pitch and run. All right, John Jay. Um, quick question. As far as St. Louis sports goes, are there ownership groups? Are there any weird ownership groups or owners that the the fans are not too hot on? Meanwhile, the Alouettes end up stopping that run well behind the line. Carey getting nailed before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. I figure I may as well start finding out about this now. I got to find out about how MLSE, who owns the Argonauts, may be the worst thing in Canada since Pepsi. Meanwhile, have a reversed field, couldn't spin out of the next tackle, however, and will only make it to the 16. It's going to be a rare start deep in the field for Montreal. Is there anything else we can check off so far? No, unfortunately not. Not even a turnover. Fans are not happy with Mozilla K, the Cardinals GM, because of recent struggles by the team and no big signings since Goldie and Arenado. Okay. Okay. Graylin and Gibson, but apparently that's not enough. Ooh. So, other quick question: does blame for the team struggles also go up to the people above Mozilla K, or does it pretty much or is it pretty much his decisions that the fans are focused on? Needed pitching last season. Fans thought that wasn't enough. Ooh. Meantime, yeah, Cody Fajardo's still not back in. Ooh. Oh, so there's a whole lot of blame to go around. Meanwhile, we got a pick six right off the bat. Jumping up the middle to grab the dump off pass, and the Argos have gotten the first TD of the game. A bit with the owners, but not really. Okay, thank you, John Jay. I appreciate the perspective. But holy hell, Mr. Greeny, you just missed a great pick by number 48, who then just strolled into the end zone. Holy mother of pearl. And just like that, the Argos are up 10-2 on the Montreal Alouettes here in the second quarter. So, yeah, check off interception, check off points off a turnover, same play. We haven't had a good one of those in a while. That's also the first turnover of the game. Damn. All right, after a bit of a slow start, Evans was looking for Fletcher. Apparently, yeah, coming across and ugh. Oh yeah, Cole Speaker. I've actually ended up calling his name a couple of times tonight. The unfortunately, Cody Fajardo did something to his hamstring, and he's in the locker room right now. So the backup QB Evans is in at University of Wisconsin La Crosse. Cool. He's been doing real well actually, making some good catches on the run through contact. I've had I have had nothing but good things to say about him. And that is Winton McManus who got the pick six for Toronto. And he has to go right back out all over again, starting from the 39. They try to overload the pressure, throws it over them. That is our first down and more. Fletcher on the reception gets out to the center line. Honestly, I wouldn't I wouldn't see why he couldn't make it at the CFL level. Remember, our unofficial motto here when it comes to the CFL is that Reggie Bagleton did nothing wrong when he became the Packers legend that he is. Holy hell, Evans got it thrown back to him, but it's a little too far for. Oh, he was looking for Speaker, who had a little bit of a room down the sideline, but. A little too far. A little too far. I gotcha. Have a good evening, Mr. Greeny. And McManus was looking for another pick six. Wasn't able to hit the QB that time either. And yeah, that one out of reach for Speaker. About 5 feet ahead. Oh, are we going to have a challenge? Yeah, I think Montreal is going to challenge for pass interference. So yeah, check off challenging the penalties if you have it, and we will wait for that result. They will throw it over to the command center. All right. Let's keep a look. Let's keep a look at Mr. Cole's speaker. Starts to fade in, and then it runs into a little bit of contact around the 45, but they quickly release. Is a little bit of a jam up near the 25. Some hand fighting. Is that going to be enough, however? And yeah, he's looking back. Defender's looking back. Is hand fighting there? Is that going to be enough? Don't know. I don't think it's going to be enough. They might just play it off as just hand fighting. They've gone to talk to the Argos coach now, and apparently he's nodding. No kidding. John said you should come here. Well, welcome, Stephen. We're just hanging out watching some Canadian football, and it's been an interesting and kind of stupid game so far. Just a couple of 1-point plays and a pick six has been the only touchdown so far. Nice and bonkers. And we're currently waiting on a play review. One of the glorious things about CFL is that you can challenge for penalties in it, and they actually get it right most of the time. Oh, yeah, the booing started. Ruling on the field stands. Montreal will lose a challenge and a timeout. Oof. Yeah, very defensive game. It would be there would be a lot more offensive action on Montreal's part, but unfortunately their good quarterback did something to his hamstring. He's getting checked out in the locker room right now. 2nd and 10 from midfield. Evans eyeing the far side of the field. He finds his receiver, number 14. That is not Speaker, unfortunately. That is Charleston Rambo for the first down. And now Montreal is getting things going again, finally. We're a little bit further back than that. Just under 6 minutes to go. Yeah, Fajardo got hurt. Non-contact injury of some kind. He ended up getting shoved at the end of a play and just ended up taking a couple of steps in the stumble, grabbed his hamstring, and hobbled off the field. Honestly, felt like one of those plays that could have happened to anybody who gets a shove after things are done. Actually, it's kind of just right as he had been throwing the incompletion, but you get the idea. All right, down to the 25. It'll be a nice screen, but only get 2 yards. Furvius was able to find the ball and come back a little bit, but Toronto defense swarmed into the area. It's now 2nd and 7. All right. Let me make the formation a bit more compact. Hit as he throws, and it's a touchdown anyway! Charleston Rambo on the run through the end zone. And congratulations, things are now happening here on Thursday Night Football. Caleb Evans to Charleston Rambo, and that is the first passing touchdown of the game, and it goes to the home team. So mark that off on your bingo card if you have it. All right, and they get the point after as well. Laurie McClelland ends up winning the 50,000 more rewards points from that save lots contest. And over on our side of things, well, we actually have a few more bingo spaces that we can list as checked off. Yeah, he got absolutely laid out, but man, if I had checked off what a throw earlier, I'd be able to check it off now. Just for Evans being able to to launch that rocket through with enough with just enough force and enough air to land right in Rambo's hand. All right, so I think that makes up for the pick six earlier. Mm, uh, Carey's been a little busy. Fletcher has had some runs. I've seen him more on the catching action and getting some yak rather than the real running action. And Philpott, haven't been able to call his name too much. Now we have a great return by the Argos all the way out to the 54-yard line. McMahon on the kick return, putting up great position for Toronto. Ooh. I will check right now on the box score to see. Yeah, Philpott has only one reception. Um, Fletcher has the one reception. Was able to get 16, mostly with his feet. Meanwhile, now Carey does a great run on the far side, gets about 9 yards, but there is a flag as basically as soon as the handoff. And they get called for procedure. Oh. Oh, Toronto. We can check off procedure on our bingo cards, but that was the first time we've had to actually check off procedure in, I think, a couple weeks. We didn't get one call of it last game. Duke's dodging out of the danger and finding a man on the run up the middle. And who is it? It's Carey for the first down. Oh, the lead official. Oh, he has to practice. I mean, they're in Montreal, you know. You have to go through the spanking machine if you don't speak decent French out there. Just ask True North. He's one of our regulars here. He'll tell you all about it. And another great catch and run by Carey. And just like that, we have reached 3 minutes in heaven. I know they probably don't want people, associating that term with CFL, but screw it. I like it. And for those of you who are new to CFL, in the last 3 minutes of every half, the clock stops after every play, no matter the result. So that means it's a lot of time for people to run a lot of plays and a lot of last-minute scoring. Like all the wonderful things about college football mixed in. Oh yeah, I should actually get my bingo card. And I'm not sharing with anybody else, right? No, I'm not. Good. Oh yeah, your mechanic is bilingual. He's been saying like all the penalties and review stuff in both French and English. If they've been hiding that from you, man, don't tell them to take that bushel off of the light, man. Any word on that 10th CFL team? I honestly hadn't heard about one, Steven, but my personal smartass opinion is that the CFL should just put a franchise in St. Louis, really challenge it, because I would trust the CFL to hang around longer. Yes, card number 8 is free. And now we have a great cutback for number 21. Has gotten inside the 15 down to the 11. And now we also have an injured Montreal player out of Aboye. Got a 31-yard run, and one of the Alouettes defensemen is curled up. This might be some kind of upper body injury because they're trying to hide his arm right now. And yeah, it is silent. The clowns are not going. Can Montreal do what Ottawa could not do last week and overcome an injured QB? Yeah. And that whole injured QB thing is actually, I think, why Edmonton is projected to get their first win this week. Oh. Oh, no. Never mind. This could be a leg thing after all. They mentioned that there was a cut block. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I'm I went all I went all professional and crap. Now I actually now I list the spots so that people don't have to keep asking me for them. Problem is, our football fields are made to American football rules, so they aren't long enough and they're too narrow. Oh, yeah, and he got chopped and he got a cut block on him, and his right leg ended up bending in the manners that it shouldn't have. But okay, he's up and he's jogging off the field, which is that's decent to see. Oh, yeah, like I say, it's my smart-ass opinion. I would love to see it. Well, we will see. I haven't heard any mention of him going down the tunnel yet. All right. Now, second and... Oh, yeah, they only got 3 on that play. Second and 7. Cameron Dukes got 3. He's aimed for on the left side. Steps his way out of the first blitzer. And he finds a dude in the end zone. Ah, damn, it's Tekoxi for the touchdown, so we can't check off Bailey, but damn. The Argos get one back. What are we at? Yeah, they probably got away with something. People get away with stuff on every play. But just like that, 16-9. Point after is good. Josh Haggerty from Saskatoon has won a flat screen TV apparently. Meanwhile, we got shenanigans after the play. Oh, we got more shoving. Oh, we could have some objectionable conduct coming up. Oh my God, and the Argos kicker was trying to throw down with the special teams of Montreal. Yeah, We're getting everything here in the CFL tonight. And they're headbutting him on the sideline. Be like, yeah, you show him, kicker. And yeah, and just for the fact that our referee has been speaking both anglais and le français quite fluently and communicating football through it, we can check off yeah, no for sure if you have that on your card. Wow, Duke's getting run out of bounds. The defensive coordinator for the Alouettes is cursing. I didn't end up catching what obscenity he said. Maybe. Oh yeah, Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Oh yeah, I believe in the official abbreviations they use on for the Rough Riders. It's SSK. Let's kick off. Grabbed on the run at the 17. Out to the 30. Will follow his blockers to the near sideline to the 40. Couple people getting up slow from the collisions, but got 2:11 to go. So, yeah, no, for sure. Haven't had any more turnovers, and definitely not wasted. All right, so we have had a penalty declined, and I completely forgot to check it off. Declined a penalty and just let them have the rouge. Oh, isn't that the most Canadian thing ever? And incomplete. I think he was looking for Fletcher, but was also throwing under duress. More pass rushers coming in to hassle him. And yeah, home QB did get the first passing touchdown of the game. All I need is a QB sneaking for the announcers to pander to the Americans. I'm not sure if they've really done that, though. All right, Evans has the time. He'll have to use his legs now. Is able to fall forward as he's brought down for the first. Oh, yeah, he definitely had enough, was able to just tiptoe through the different little pockets of safety down the middle of the field. All right, they overload the far side of the field with the receivers. And a big tackle as soon as that one crosses the center line. Oh, that's Speaker again. There he is. I knew he'd get back involved in this. I'm not going to put too much pressure on Speaker though, because he's playing with the backup QB right now. They only have to get 4, however. And Fletcher burning it up the middle, cuts again to the outside. Got to the 5. Just a burst of speed, rocketed up the middle, and then was able to find a pass to the far sideline. Made it to the 5. Damn. Walter Fletcher with the first big run. Hey, they're still running in the CFL. Who'd have thought? definitely got to get some of that loaded up. We're getting close to halftime. Oh, yeah, Fletcher just absolutely tearing it up. That's at least a 40-yard run. Yeah. Oh, that's actually a 50-yard run for Fletcher. So he's got 59 yards on 4 carries today. They have to bring a couple of people off. Oh, now they have to bring in a substitute center as they'll check in on one offensive lineman's health. All right, 1st and goal. They're down to the 4-yard line. And it will be handed off. And damn, Antwi only ended up getting to the 2. Oh, yeah, well, Fletcher's been able to do it. Fletcher was able to score a touchdown in their comeback win against the Stampeders last week. He is usually busy for the Alouettes. And a quick snap, but they're able to get it to who else? Philpott. Touchdown, Alouettes. So mark off Philpott if you have him on your card. Down to 51 seconds, and Montreal has closed the gap again. Oh, yeah. I gotta imagine the schedule length, the budget, and the bye weeks are probably very trippy to deal with when doing CFL fantasy. Wow. And they're going to go for 2. And they're able to fight it, and it's off the hands of the receiver. Furvius could not haul it in. Oh, man. Oh, I pick a new team each week. Interesting. All right, well, Mark, 2-point conversion fails off on your card. Was not expecting that, especially with all the passing and receiving options that the Alouettes have. All right, let's check off Philpott, and 2-point conversion fails. But damn. So far, that is 4 total points that the Alouettes have left on the field. Remember, it was 2 from the missed field goal that became a rouge, and then 2 from this missed 2-point attempt. And now Grant has turned on the burners. Does he have the angle? Yes, he does! 102-yard touchdown return, and the Argos punch back right then and there. Check off special teams touchdown on your card. Oh, wow. And Janarian Grant. He had a punt return touchdown last week against Saskatchewan, and this one, He takes the kickoff the distance. Point after is true and through, and now that missed field goal, that failed 2-point attempt it's adding up now. Montreal down by 9 here in the last few bits of the first half. Does not even get touched. Honestly, just from this, I could see a number of NFL teams salivating over him. Oh, and Philpott's reaction on the sideline. Ah, that's rough. They even get a dance in the end zone, but wow. Oh, and Darren Pierce has won an air fryer. From the 9, can Montreal respond? They kind of do. Get out to the 40. 29 seconds to go. I know. Why did Toronto drop again? We were feeling so good. We were about to go get the Henny. Oh. Well, this game that started off as a bit of a grind has suddenly exploded open here in the last 3 minutes of heaven. All right, Evans. Maybe you got one more in your bag. Wow, that was a good grab out of the air by White. QB was having to throw it away from McManus, who was all over the receiver. 9-yard reception up the middle, 2nd and 1. How quickly are they going to finish this off? And oh, Fajardo is done for the evening. Oh, that is a shame. Oh, that's an incompletion. Evans throwing on the run and under pressure. They'll have to run one more play. So, are they just gonna? They're just gonna kneel? Oh, they are. Oh, they're gonna sneak it. And they didn't even run the play clock, so we don't know how much time passed. So yeah, technically we can check off QB sneak because it happened. Bit of a lame duck QB sneak because I don't know how much they're going to be able to do. All right, Evans has to dodge the pressure once again. He'll shovel it away, but time runs out and expires. Speaker does reach the sticks, but he gets no further. All right, well, how things change. I thought it was going to be Toronto who was struggling, but now that Cody Fajardo is gone, it was enough of a pause in that overwhelming Montreal Alouettes offense that enabled the Argos to get ahead like this. And between the turnover and points left on the table by failed extra point attempts and failed 2-point conversion, Montreal are going to have a... You know what? I'm not sure what kind of what kind of shenanigans Montreal is going to have to put together to get things going in the second half, but they need it badly because the Argos look absolutely fired up right now, and they just want to run the Alouettes over. The Clowns are not happy currently at Molson, but we'll let them be. We'll just take our little pause for the cause here. So you all get a drink and a smoke, do whatever you got to do, and we'll be back when halftime is over for more of the CFL here on another Stupid Sports Show. Thanks for dropping by, everybody. All right, we are back. Third quarter is about to begin. And Montreal, after winning the toss, has chosen to receive. Meanwhile, Fletcher gets wobbed On the kick return, Hansen on the tackle for the special teams. Woof. Well, John Jay, I admit I'm doing a better job of it this year than I have, but there's probably going to be things that have gone over my head as far as, you know, news or common statistics or who has the most home runs so far. I rarely ever keep track of stuff like that. Evans still in a QB. He'll start for a throw that's a little bit away from where he was aiming. Once again, having to get up off the turf. A pass rush of Toronto is getting nasty here. Debating whether or not Paul Skeens should start the All-Star game. Honestly, I believe they all do, True North. Always. Once again, Evans tried to rush forward, but was able to protect it as he got tackled after 2. A third down already. Looked through, by the way, and as near as I could tell, there wasn't any rookie who had officially scored a point tonight, unless there was somebody I missed. There's a couple more people that I have to check through, including the kicker. So, oh no, he's definitely not a veteran. Meanwhile, it's Grant again. He'll get his legs taken out along the sideline. Maybe get to the 40. And out come the Argos again. Lot of work from Grant on the special teams returns. Dukes has been doing okay. He's got 1 touchdown pass, but he's only 9 for 10 for 82 yards tonight. They have been recipients of just some good field position. And the only thing that I got to hear all over and over again was would Garrett Crochet get enough rest so that he could comfortably start in the All-Star game. 7 no-hit innings against the Brewers in the Pirates win. Oh, okay, so that explains it. 97 pitches. Okay, so they don't want to overdo it with him. That makes perfect sense. And I think they were talking the same talk with Crochet. 2nd and 1 now. Dukes turns on a dime. Manages to twist through the rush of people. Has another moving of the chains from the Argonauts. And who was it that we have to thank for that? That's Devarius Daniels on the reception out of Notre Dame. Just stopped right there, and everybody else just went to block for him. And I tell you, folks, the clowns are at it again. Wait a minute. They're both pointing at each other, so it's offsides on somebody, but we don't know. It's on Toronto. It is simply procedure. Oh yeah, True North. As always, tonight's Thursday night broadcast of CFL here on Another Stupid Sports Show is brought to you by The Home Depot, the leading hardware and home improvement retailer on the North American continent, over 200 locations across the least shameful parts of North America, which for now includes Assumption, Illinois. Meanwhile, Cameron Dukes is going to have to run, and he slid a little bit early. I don't know if he got the first down or not. Okay, they got only 7 to go now. He's able to get a run of 8. Made it to midfield, but now they are going to have to convert on 2nd and long. They pick up the pressure on the edge. Dukes has the time. Does find Sindani. They're going to mark him short, I think. Oh, they're marking him short because of the way he turned around after the catch. Oh, man. This is a rough break for the Argos, so they're going to go for it on 3rd down. And Dukes himself is going to take it and get the first down. That's the first real time that we've had going for it on 3rd down, so mark it off on your cards. All right, well, not much of a question at all about whether to get that done. Duke's only too happy to get in there and try to dig through the pile. Everybody pauses for a moment. Dukes even pauses, and he runs out of trouble, cuts back to the inside, falls forward for a gain of 8. Holy hell. Oh, and meanwhile, the Canton crew, one of the Alouette defenders, is back in after a little knee issue earlier in the game. 2nd and 2 now for the Argos. They muff the handoff, and a fumble is recovered by the Alouettes. Oh, no. First fumble of the game. Mark it off on your cards. Holy hell. And honestly, that is... it takes all the concentration in the world to grab a ball that's loose on the ground, but that was... Most of the blame can go on Dukes and his running back for that one going sour. And I think we only have one more turnover to go until we hit the over of 3. Yeah, that is no bueno indeed. They had a fumble in the running game last week, but that one just got straight punched out via somebody's helmet, knocking the runner in the elbow. All right, now a bit of a shorter field coming up for Montreal. Still down by 9. Those lost points again haunting them. Yeah, I feel comfortable marking off ball control for that one because there was a lack of it on that handoff. Now let's get all of these over to where they should be. And that fumble recovery by Darnell Sankey. I'm not sure even who if I could point the finger at somebody for that one, if it was Dukes or Adebaboye, didn't get another look at it, so I couldn't see what happened on the handoff very clearly. All right, they overload the far side with the option, delay the handoff just a little bit, but Fletcher will get held up at the line of scrimmage. All right, now we have to wait for second 9. Evans is getting his call in. And Evans has been getting whacked around pretty harsh by the Toronto pass rush during his time in the game. Yeah, not bad so far. And Evans has to run out of the trouble that time and will not escape the second. He'll be tackled forward for about a gain of a half yard. That will force the 2 and out. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, I know Carey's been able to do a couple things so far, but not too much, unfortunately. Only seven carries for 33 yards. He has 1 reception for 17. So, doing a little bit. They're taking their time with this punt. And up come the Clowns again. They get the yard, and here's Grant! The kicker does manage to slow him down, though, and he will only get to about the 48. Yeah, Janarian Grant getting everything done for the Argos tonight, providing short fields for Dukes and company, and the kicker, yeah, Federico was the saving grace on that punt. That would have been another 6 easy. I don't know if we've reached clown territory yet, True North. I mean, so far in this game, I don't think we've had a lead bigger than 9 points. I think we'd have to get to at least 20 before we get to clown college levels. It's okay, Logan. Odd night for all of us. I even think, yeah, bingo spots are still up, so all you can see is all that we have had so far. I will check on the yardage statistics while we are on a bit of a break here. So far, Alouettes are still stuck at 162 yards passing. That's between Fajardo and Evans. Dukes has just gotten over 100. And unfortunately, special teams yards do not apply to passing or rushing, so at least not so far as I know. Yeah, they get their own category here, and yeah, Janarian Grant, 102 yards. And here's that replay of that run. It's just nice to see stuff happening on kickoffs. I'll miss it when the NFL comes back, because I have very little faith in them to actually do this whole altered kickoff thing well. Oh, and now we have another Alouettes player running to the sideline. Oh, he's able to get to his feet, but then ran off the field and is now gone to the tunnel. All right. So from the 46 of Montreal, we have a split option. We'll go for another hand up the middle. Is that carry again? Yeah, it manages 6 yards. Can't be bad. As long as they don't screw up another handoff, which is what cost them the last time. Yeah. Elsewhere in the game, Tyson Philpott and Charleston Rambo have both had touchdown catches for the Alouettes. I'm still waiting for Bailey to really get involved in the game. Currently he's being outpaced by Sindani as far as receiving yards. Meanwhile, Carey will once again barrel through the second level of defense to reach the marker. First down, Argos. And they're playing the Kill Bill sound in the stadium, which means it is serious time. Oh, wasn't able to catch it, True North. I wouldn't doubt that there is one, but oh, those sound like some severe grievances, man. Yeah, isn't ah. All right, all the time for Dukes. They don't have to deal with a holding penalty, thankfully. Dukes will only get about 5-6 yards. So we got down to the 30. And they're just going to send in the field goal unit. All right, can we have Rouge number 3? Hajrulawu is out for the Argos. 37-yard attempt. And it is true and through. And oh no, more extracurriculars? Well, another pause in the action, down close to 5 minutes to go. I'll take your word for it and assume that there was a bored spectator on their phone, True North, because, well, right now the Alouettes are down 12 in the third quarter. Definitely not the result I expected, but once again, Cody Fajardo leaving in the first quarter with a hamstring injury, and I haven't seen any updates, haven't heard anything. So I don't know anything more than that. Kara was in your week 1 team? Yeah, he's been doing decent. He's up to 9 carries, 44 yards. And he also hasn't fumbled. Yeah, crediting that fumbled to Daniel Adebaboye, by the way. Montreal is undefeated, 5-0. They're one of the 2 last undefeated teams in the CFL, along with the Rough Riders. But meantime, nope, nothing else to check off so far. Oh, we can actually check off turnover wasted, since that fumble recovered by the Alouettes actually didn't lead to anything. So, yeah, unfortunate, but let's just add turnover wasted. Hate to see it. And they play Cody's injury again. Very unfortunate, and yeah, he's in his civvies on the sideline. Yes, there was a pick six interception, so I thought I'd put that down for for points off a turnover on same play. Meanwhile, Philpott has just dragged a bunch of players over the center line. There is a flag. Can't believe I didn't put that down there. Oh, yeah, Logan, they're playing in Montreal, specifically in Molson Stadium over by McGill University. Really? Meanwhile, Philpott loses his helmet in the tackle. Thankfully, he's okay, I believe. I don't know if we're up to deep hurting territory yet, John. I mean, from what I've seen this game so far, Evans does have an arm on him, and all the receiver options that Montreal has, yeah, Philpott just getting his helmet dragged off, and one guy coming in to land a shot in the ribs at the end. Real classy. That's another one. Popped down and falls incomplete. Nobody could keep track of it while it was flying. 3rd and 9. Do they go for it, or do they try to kick the field goal rather? Yeah. Yeah, they also lost Shen and Julian Grant as well to injuries. They're going for it. All right, we've already had one Rouge. We might be able to make it 2. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt from Maltos. Is there enough on it? There is. There we go. Definitely making up for the easy field goal that he missed in the first quarter, but gets things back down to 9 points. We were unfortunately denied a turnover on downs. I'm sure there's still time. You know, Montreal's still behind, so they need to be aggressive. Back to the passing things. All right, Caleb Evans is up to 127 yards so far. Good for him. Walter Fletcher, 5 carries for 60 yards. He had a long 50-yard run in there, so that's the reason for things. Cole Speaker is up to 70 yards on 6 receptions. Charleston Rambo is at 4 receptions, 53 yards. Philpott's got 38 on 4 catches. Each of them have a touchdown for the Alouettes. Down to a 9-point lead for Toronto, and the brief 2-digit gap is now gone. All right, we got our sideline player highlight. They're talking about the kicker's mental processes, which apparently involves golf. we get a little bit of a run to start things off. Not too much. And a flag. Cool. Ah, yeah. As the referee was going over the penalty in French, we saw the Toronto punter clap. They all know what's going on, no matter what. Yeah, that tracks. Unfortunately, that tracks. A little bit of a stumble for Dukes on that one, but he lets it rip a little bit ahead of his receiver, however. Coxie and Ento down the field. Ento might have had a better shot at that ball than Coxie did. And up come the clown horns again. Under 3 minutes to go. Our timer's a little behind. They're up to their own 45. 2nd and 5. Meanwhile, they finally do manage to stop Carey. They're up to the 49. Do they go for it here on 3rd and 1? I know you're waiting for the turnover on downs, Logan. Are the Argos feeling brave? I mean, it is technically a 2-score game. But oh, they're going for it. Going to crowd the line. And I'm pretty sure Duke's got it. Yeah. Sorry, Logan. They have converted on the 3rd down. And we did check off turnover wasted. Yes, we did. Good. And once again, the announcers are no longer drunk or bored. They're focusing on a lot of deep player lore, too. And who is that again? Barreling forward? It's Carey. Six yards on that. Up the middle, 2nd and 4, under a minute to go in the 3rd. And up come the Clowns again. They'll overload the receivers on the far side. Dukes has to get rid of it. He cannot. Sack back to the 48. All right, finally, a little bit more action from the Alouettes, and that pass rush finally nails Dukes. Yeah. Because we're going to be, because we're in the dog days of summer, we're doing extra CFL to get everybody's appetite wet for the return of the National Football League and whatever BS that will bring. But the Elks might get their first win this season, and I want to be live for it, so screw it. And there's a flag out. I thought they gave him yards, so I don't know what this one would be. We'll find out about the flag when the break ends, but I couldn't see what could possibly have been called unless they're yapping about a block in the back, and that's the only thing I could think of. 1 quarter left for the Alouettes to make up for a very shaky start that they've had tonight against the Argonauts. And the CFL coming soon here on another Stupid Sports Show. But we've got One little pause for the cause to go. Hang in there. We'll make it.
New York, London, Paris. London, Paris. New York, London, Paris. New York, London, Paris. New York, New York, New York, New York, New York, London, Paris. New York, New York, London, Paris. New York, New York, New York, London, Paris, New York, New York.
Starting right off the bat with an incompletion for Evans. Quick 2nd down and 10 deep in their own territory, and unfortunately I got back late and I wasn't able to hear what the penalty was about. But they ended up back inside their own 10, so I'm guessing it was on the Alouettes. Evans will now run, however they grab him before he can even get to the 15. Quick 2 and out. Oh, we could have a backup. You're kidding me. We're going to put the backup in. Holy hell, Nick Arbuckle, backup QB, will be coming in for the Argonauts. Meanwhile, Janarian Grant waiting for another punt. This will be kicked from the end zone, caught just on the other side of the center line. They try to set it up, but unfortunately cannot get an angle past the first level of the special teams defense. Oh, wow. We even got pandering to the Americans with some Post Malone and Blake Shelton. And he's wearing what is very obviously a Cowboys jersey. Holy hell, check off pandering to the Americans. Definitely. I can't not call that spot. It's just too obvious. I don't even care if it wasn't by an announcer. I mean, there was Bud Light and everything in that little Spotify blip that they just put up. How much more American could it be with everybody having a Bud Light in their hand? All right, now 2nd and 1 for Arbuckle and Company. Looks like they're going to do with the pressure, and Carey manages to blast past everybody to the 30. Wow. Yeah, Beverett was unblocked off the side, but then just could not decide whether to commit to the runner or the ball carrier. Another high snap, but it is again Carey, who will get about 6 before he is stood up. Beverett has been doing well this season, tied for first for a lot of stats in the CFL as far as defense goes, but even with that, Grant has been able to give them such great field position that they don't need to do huge, long, extended drivers. They've been having short fields. And Dukes is out again. They will only rush 3 this time. And they find a dude over the middle. Daniel's trying to get cute and go horizontal, but he'll be tackled to be a gain of about 11 or 12. Damn. I'm surprised that they just let him sit open like that. McMahon now in running. He'll get about 3 running into a crowd. And the 4th quarter is ticking away. 9-point lead for the Argos. Extra pressure off the edge. Dukes will play the other way. McMahon will only make it to the 10, however, before he is brought down. It could, Steven. It very well could. I know they've still got that win streak that going through to last season when they won Grey Cup. Yeah, they just let Beverett run and then send the play away from him. Are they going for it? They are on 3rd and 3. Logan, you can get your turnover on downs. And wow. Did they draw him? Did they baited him? Like yeah. It's offside on Beverett, who has been running unobstructed on like a couple straight plays, and they finally get him to bite and get a fresh set of downs with the offsides call. Ooh. And he knows it too. And McMahon will bounce his way in. Wow. And now is a 15-point lead for the Toronto Argonauts. After tonight, there may be only one undefeated team left in the CFL. And it just so happens they're from Saskatchewan. Rushing touchdown from McMahon from about 4 yards out. Officially 5. Point after, just inside the left upright. Wow. I gotta take a quick look at something, just because this is not the way I foresaw this game going at all. I want to take a look through Montreal's schedule that they've had. Okay, Bombers got held to 12. Only beat Edmonton by 3, 23-20. We're able to hold down the Red Blacks pretty thoroughly in week 3, 47-21. 30-20 against the Argos last time they played. Had to come back against Calgary, yeah. But they got super hot in the second half. So, if I'm reading this correctly, yeah, including the preseason where they ended up beating Toronto and Ottawa, this is the most points that the Alouettes have allowed in a single game all season. I don't have the record in front of me going back to the streak, so I don't know how far back that goes, but yeah. And you can also point this to Cody Fajardo not being in the game, because him being able to, keep up and, pick apart the defense with all the weapons that he has for receiving, that is lost. And now everybody needs to carry. There's McMahon. He's able to bounce through what could have been a pinch around the line of scrimmage. Makes it through the other side. Garrett Spierenberg from High River, Alberta has won 50,000 more rewards points. So, woo! Here comes our kickoff. It is sailing to the 11. From the near side of the field, trying to outrun the first tackler, is able to cut inside. Will end up getting brought down just as he gets to the 37. Jack Kassar get credit on that tackle. What are we down to? All right, 8-13. And I haven't checked the Major League Baseball scores in a little while. I need to know how stupid things are getting. And yeah, that All-Star game is next week. That's going to sneak up on us before we know it. Let's see. Mariners leading the Angels 4-0, bottom of the first. Okay. Excitement abounds. Astros ahead of the Marlins 6-3 in the top of the sixth. Red Sox blank the Athletics 7-0. That's a final score. Rays hold on against the Yankees 5-4. Cubs complete the shutout of the Orioles 8-0. Damn. Phillies managed to take one from the Dodgers 5-1. Competition to first place teams. And the home run that would have been if the damn pole hadn't gotten in the way. They're trying to convince us to watch the rest of Wimbledon. Evans trying to launch it, and he gets picked off. His receiver fell down, and now, is this enough people in front? There is also a flag. Oh, man. With that, folks, we have reached 3 turnovers. Ball hit the pole. They reviewed it and still said it was a foul ball because there wasn't enough evidence to overturn it. Oh. So, should have been a home run because it hit the pole, but they couldn't prove it. Oh, Major League Baseball. And they get an illegal block after the interception. So, that'll bring them back a little bit. But yeah, he ended up, I don't know. And the ball came out a little wobbly too, like it slipped coming out of his hands. Maybe if he had a little bit of better purchase, that could have made it to the receiver, who also fell down on the play. Meanwhile, a quick incompletion on a shovel pass. Now 2nd and 10. Yep. With that, we are over 2.5 turnovers in this game. Mark it off on your cards if you have it. Right now, this is hurting. I don't know if it's truly deep hurting. We've also got a little bit of time left, Logan, so you could definitely have it. Meanwhile, True North is calling bingo on his card, which is listed as number 13. Let's see what we have here, including yeah, I did get the QB sneak. We had an interception, special teams TDs, points off a turnover, same play, and yep, he's not supposed to say that on TV. Congratulations, True North. Got ourselves a bingo. I did get bingo earlier, so, that is 2 for the night, but I didn't want to, make that the first one. I wanted an audience member to have it. Yeah, Logan, I think we could be inching much closer to deep hurting territory right now. It's 1st and 10 right now. And with 1 run, that is Carey earning the first again. Let's get a quick check on the statistics so far. Holy crap, the visiting team has been racking up some rushing yards. Kadeem Carey's already up to 85 yards on 16 carries, and he's going to do it again. He'll manage about 6, and then wrench his way forward for 9. Wow. And McMahon is now going to come on. Kadeem Carey up to 94 yards. Let's see. What did I put for visiting team? Oh, well, yeah. Visiting team definitely got over 100 rushing yards total. So, yeah, that space is no longer any good. Home team, not even over 200 yards passing yet. So that space might be dead in the water. Hell. Run the ball and take advantage of an injured QB. Yeah, especially down here in the last minutes of the fourth quarter. And considering the Argonauts have had pretty decent success against the run today. I mean, most of Fletcher's yards, his 60 yards, came on that one very long run that he had in the first half. Alouettes will get about 2, but he is tagged quickly as he crosses the line. Yeah, I think with that we are going to get right down to the 3-minute warning. Yeah. Oh, and they just keep going. Sure. I guess they need one more play snapped before they start 3 minutes in heaven as well. Meanwhile, Dukes will get a shoelace grab for his receiver. Poke on the reception. Damn. Is he short? I wasn't able to tell. Yeah, he's going to be shy. He went down early. All right. So, Montreal down by 16. Technically 2 scores. But we've already seen how they've done on 2-point conversions tonight. And, well, that earlier field goal, but I think their kicker more than made up for it with that 50-yard bomb that he got in the second half. Let's see. Cameron Dukes still only has 131 yards passing. So, at this rate, I think visiting team under 300 yards is a safe stat to check off. At this point, the Argos could very well reach 175 yards with rushing. We do some quick math here. Oh my goodness. Between McMahon, Alouettes, Dukes, and Carey. 59, 62, 70. Yeah, they're up to 164 yards rushing for the team. So the Argos essentially only need 11 more yards on the ground before they blow up another one of my spaces. Great. Well, at least the home team isn't doing much on the rushing. They'll probably stay under 175. Fantastic. But I'm not sure about Montreal getting over 300 unless they do a couple of major bombs here. So Duke's on 3rd and inches. Do we get that turnover on downs? Nope. Sorry, Logan. Nothing doing this time. to burn the clock. All of it. All of it. Still getting some honking going up from the crowd. The Clowns are not ready to surrender yet. And now this is Dukes. He could not stumble out of the arms of that lineman. Another sack for the Alouettes. 2nd and long coming up. All that time going away. Five seconds left on the play clock. They just get it going. Dukes will run ahead. And slides down. I think he got it at the sticks. Okay. I think he started his slide right at the sticks. 1st and 10 at the 14. And McMahon unfortunately gets caught up behind his blocker, Coxie. He may not have even he might have even reached the I don't think he reached the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. They're gonna burn a great deal of it, which is something we haven't gotten to see very often in a CFL game. Second and 11, McMahon. He will rush for about 7 to 8 on the far side. And that was a real fuck on the field. So, yeah, we could definitely check off. He's not supposed to say that on TV now. I'm sure at least half of you heard it. Yeah. All right, here's Hajrulahu out. It'll be a 14-yard attempt for the Argos. Yeah, a little bit closer to NFL, but to CFL, but still, there's been enough to keep me coming back and not make me wish for the NFL to start up sooner. $19 points. Wow. And 2 straight games dropped. One of them to the Alouettes, but also last week to the Rough Riders and the Argos. Finally have something that they can hang their hat on. And say, yeah, we should be taken seriously. We're not going away so easily. Oh. Absolutely, man. Honestly, the CFL, it is a treasure, and we need to maintain it for as long as possible because it is such a breath of fresh air, especially in the summer months. And it is just a joy to behold, and I will not elaborate further than that. We all know the celebration of the Rouge. We can't pretend like we don't love it when it happens. All right, nothing else really to check off on the bingo list so far. I don't think this home team is getting over 300 yards passing in this last minute. Can just not check that off. So we can get home team under 175 yards rushing and visiting team under 300 yards passing, I think. We want to try to do something about the whole reset downs kick thing. Meanwhile, Fletcher will be on this return again, and the Argos are burying him early, which normally I wouldn't recommend, but it's feeling pretty secure here. Yeah, the rough luck of Cody Fajardo getting injured. You know what? If it's one that I have, no, I don't. If it's a play that I've seen, I haven't remembered it. Unfortunately, maybe we'll be fortunate enough to catch it sometime this season, but as of right now, not yet. And yeah, looks like the Alouettes aren't going to try to do anything. They're just going to kneel this game out. Throws a screen behind the line of scrimmage, and the receiver kicks the ball through the neutral zone, then jumps on it to get first down. Wow. If only, Logan. If only. Well, that does it. Here is our official final, folks. Toronto 37, Montreal 18. Last couple spaces we got. Home team under 175 yards rushing. Visiting team under 300 yards passing. We could also check off under 2.5 turnovers on downs, as well as number of lead changes. I believe was under 2.5. Well, I don't think we had more than 2. I don't know whether this changes anything for anybody on our bingo board tonight, but I thought, hell, might as well list them. Yeah, that would be cool, and anytime we can get more kicking, actual, foot-related things into football, I am very much all for that. Whether we'll do it though, that's something very different, especially when it comes to the NFL. That's all I've got. I don't want to talk any more than I already have, and many of you have been patient to stick around this whole time. But it was interesting tonight. We did it. And Toronto took out one of the undefeated teams. Only Saskatchewan is left standing, and they have to deal with BC this weekend, the British Columbia Lions, who their QB is going on a tear this season. So keep that in your periphery if you're as big a fan of the CFL as we apparently are here. But that's going to do it for us this week. We'll be back on Saturday for baseball, Braves versus Padres, as well as Sunday CFL. This is Jim B on 106.9 Click FM. Thanks for tuning in, and good night, Milwaukee, wherever you are.